حي على الفلاح.
Sheikh Ibn Uthaymeen rahimahullah said, if one sees a deceased in a good state in a dream, this lends hope that he is in a good state. If one sees him in another type of state, this could simply be devils taking on the form of people. Devils take on the shapes of people in a disliked situation in order to grieve the living. This is because devils are very avaricious to do anything that brings grief, worry, and sadness to the believers. So if a person sees something evil for a deceased in a dream, he must seek refuge in Allah from the evil of Satan and the evil of what he saw. He should not communicate that dream to anyone concerning that deceased. In that way, the deceased will not harm whatsoever. In fact, anytime a person sees something disturbing in a dream, he should then seek refuge in Allah from the evil of Satan and the evil of what he saw. Then he should spit 3 times on his left side. He should then change his side upon which he was sleeping to the other side. If he makes ablution and prays, that is better and superior. And in that case, he will not be harmed by it at all. Seeing a loved one in a dream is likely a sign that your soul has met his or her soul. Once the companion Khuzaymah bin Thabit al-Ansari saw a dream in which he saw himself prostrating on the forehead of the Prophet ﷺ. The next morning he informed the Prophet ﷺ of the dream, and the Prophet ﷺ brought his head closer and touched his forehead to his forehead and said, verily, the soul meets the soul. This hadith shows us the blessings of this companion and the honor that was given to him. And it also gives us so much hope. Those loved ones who have gone on from this world can indeed be visited in the realm of the barzakh. For when we sleep, our soul temporarily can be connected with the souls in the barzakh. Therefore, when we see a loved one in a dream, it is very possible that it is an actual visitation between our 2 souls. True, one should not base any action, much less ritual or worship, based on a dream, because the dream might possibly be one's own imagination. But there is no harm in feeling happy and taking comfort in seeing someone in a dream. Some people say that they see their deceased family members in their dreams, and they inform them of things that are going to happen. However, dreams cannot be trusted and cannot be relied upon in matters related to the unseen. What is upon the believer is that he shows concern for his deceased relatives and does good for them, whether they are aware of that or not. Make dua for them, invoke Allah's mercy and forgiveness for them, and give charity on their behalf. If you see in a dream an encouragement to give sadaqah or visit a relative, etc., then that is in line with what Allah has commanded. So fulfilling that is praiseworthy and rewardable. Your deeds are presented to your close relatives and kin from those who have passed away. If the deeds are good, they are delighted by them. But if they are not, they say, O Allah, do not cause them to die until you have guided them, just as you had guided us. It is narrated from Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu that he said, a deceased person will be raised in rank after his death. So he will ask Allah, how has this happened, my Lord? It'll be said to him, your son sought forgiveness for you. So children should be constant in seeking forgiveness for their parents. Allah's Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, when a person dies, All of his deeds are cut off except for three: a continuous charity, knowledge he left behind that is benefited from, or a righteous child who supplicates for him. Allah's Messenger ﷺ also said, "There are 7 things that continue to benefit a servant while he is in his grave after his death: the one who taught knowledge, the one who dug out a canal to allow water to reach the people, the one who dug a well, the one who planted a date palm tree, the one who built a masjid, the one who left the mushaf as an inheritance for it to be read by others, and the one who left behind a child who supplicates for him after his death." Is it possible to see and speak to a dead person when you are awake? Whoever claims that they have seen or spoken to a dead person is mistaken and imagining this because Satan has configured himself and appeared before him. This is not considered a supernatural ability, but a fable and superstition. Although the companions of the Prophet ﷺ were strong allies of Allah the Almighty, none of them reported seeing the Prophet ﷺ or meeting him. Shaykh al-Islam ibn Taymiyyah rahimahullah explained that such a vision in a dream may be from Allah the Almighty and thus true, but it also may be from Satan because he can appear in dreams or otherwise as a person who can be seen and misleads people of little knowledge and faith. This has happened to many Indian polytheists and to others who see their dead returning to life, repaying debts, returning deposits, and informing them about the dead. But it is only Satan taking the form of the deceased. Also, he may appear in the form of a righteous honored people, saying, "I am so and so," although he is Satan. This has happened to many monks and also to other people who were followers of Islam. People may see in their waking, for example, someone saying that they are the Prophet Ibrahim, Musa, or Isa, or Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He might also say that he is a companion or disciple of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, or be seen flying in the air. This is all from the devil and not real. However, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam explained that whoever sees him in a dream has actually seen him, because Satan does not appear in this form. Thus, seeing the Prophet ﷺ in a dream is a true vision. Some people may believe they see a prophet near his grave or in another place, or a human figure coming out from a splitting grave, which makes the person believe that the deceased is actually arising or that his spirit is materialized and come from the grave. In these cases, it is a jinn who has appeared like the dead in order to lead the person astray. Indeed, the soul cannot be under dirt, and when it comes out from the body, it does not require dirt to be removed. Such things are only an optical illusion performed by Satan. Such things happen to many who claim to be Muslims, to the people of the book, and to polytheists. Many people believe that these are the supernatural abilities of the righteous slaves of Allah the Almighty, but they are merely the misguidance of Satan. Can you communicate with the dead? From an Islamic perspective, communicating with the dead is impossible. This is based on the verse in the Quran where Allah, exalted be He, tells about the dead people, and behind them is a barrier until the day when they are raised. Meaning behind dead people is a world of barzakh, where they will stay until the day of judgment. No dead person can exceed the stage of barzakh. Al-barzakh means interval or a barrier between two things. And technically, it stands for an intermediary stage between this life and another life in the hereafter. It's an interval between death and the day of resurrection. A number of hadith state that if the dead person is righteous in his or her life, they will be in one of the gardens of paradise. But this will be different from entering paradise in the hereafter. However, if the person does not comply with the rules of Allah in this life, they will be in one of the pits of hell. All scholars have unanimously agreed that no one can communicate with the souls of dead people whatsoever. However, there can be communication with the soul of the deceased in dream, and this can be interpreted by people who are expert in interpreting dreams. This is because the soul of the living person, when sleeping, departs the dunya and experience a brief death. As Allah the Almighty says, and He it is who takes your souls at night in sleep. This explains why the Prophet ﷺ used to supplicate upon waking up from sleep, saying, "Thanks are due to Allah who has raised us up after causing us to die, and to Him do we return." So when sleeping, there might be a communication between two souls, a living soul that has tasted a brief death and the soul of a dead person. As for the claim that a person has the power to bring about a communication between the soul of the dead and a living, this is a kind of superstitions, lying, and deceit which aim at draining people's money wrongfully.